Hi everyone, welcome for another Tiny Seeds and an interesting subject. Oh wait, let me switch on the light here. That's fine, it's not too dark. So a subject which affects everyone, really everyone is affected by this one, because our subject today is how do we deal with complete denial that there is a problem, but it doesn't exist, that we can't get through to somebody because there's always the immediate no. So I want to just go for a very, very quick general talk about denying that things exist. So the first thing is to realize that nearly all of us do it anyways. You most of the time need professional help for you to be able to work through your denials, or you need to, literally drive yourself into a ditch so that you're willing to look at life from inside the ditch and see, okay, what am I missing? Or otherwise, or otherwise, sometimes you can become very lucky and you just hear something that makes sense to you. You can actually start seeing it from a different perspective. So most of us live in deep denial because the stuff that we don't want to know is in our subconscious. So it's not on purpose. It's just that we work on autopilot, and the stuff we don't want to know, we just simply park it in. We don't want to know it. It's not that we go and try and push it away. It's just that the subconscious is actually hiding it from us. So there's nothing we can do about it until we decide that we want to become aware and we start working on it. But we've got clues. Now, you may be the one who's denying everything. You also may be the one who's accepting guilt, responsibility for everything. From both sides, there are denials in place, but this is not what we're talking about. If the patterns that you can see very, very clearly, there are patterns that can tell you this is what's going on, is that imagine a scenario. You are talking to somebody and you are talking about something that actually happened. And the first thing that happens is the person doesn't say, yes, I did it, sorry. Or, yeah, really, you think that's what happened? Explain more to me. That's an adult way of dealing with it. Not just, no, blank denial. But it doesn't normally happen like that. No, blank denial. It usually is, yes, but you. So normally, a lot of people who don't want to know have got only one kind of defense, and that is, yes, but you. Immediately turning the tables back onto you. That is denying what you are coming to say. And you can actually learn to be quite adult about it. And you can learn how to say it. And you can come with, I feel that. Very adult, all the ways that we're being taught. I feel that when this happens, I feel very hurt. I feel ignored. Yes, but what about all the times? So even if you come very nicely and not judging or pushing somebody away, you can still get that. Just that habit of no, I have to be innocent. I have to be innocent. There is no place inside me that can handle how to be responsible for stuff. And it's that. That's the one side of it. It's that thing. I emotionally, psychologically, I am not equipped to be guilty. I just can't be. I have to be so perfect. I have to have such high walls up. I have to defend myself at all costs. I have to prepare for any attack on me, because if I don't, I'm going to be powerless. These are all different variations that will make us behave like that. Yes, but you. There's another way of denial, which is somebody zoning out. Like, you start talking about the trash can that's again not out, and somebody, and you're like, I'm completely sure I'm talking to somebody who's not in this room right now. I see a body, but that person is not there. That's bad. I'm I'm talking and you're never listening. That's where that comes from. Because somebody have actually zoned out. Stop listening. Not interested because they have no defense. They don't know how to take responsibility. They don't know how to adult up. And in this case, if somebody has promised to take out a trash can and they haven't, that person is clearly guilty. But instead of going, okay, I'm sorry, I'm I'm ashamed of myself, or I don't know what it is about myself that I don't get motivated about trash cans, whatever it is, or really sorry, darling, I've just been very busy. Um, Let me try and see if I can make another plan so that I can support you. Instead of doing that, just zone out. No space inside somebody for taking that adult responsibility. And this one is really important because part of growing up is owning your mistakes. It's a very important thing. The third one is it depends on how it is delivered. Because what happens is that if somebody come in a blaming, shaming, judging way and tell you something, the first thing that's going to happen is that they're coming from a point of I'm right. Yeah. Full stop. I'm right. I know what's better. I tell you what you're doing wrong, and I will very often get very personal, very fed up, very annoyed, very irritated. You'll see it in my voice, you'll see it in my face, you'll see it in my stance. You'll know it before I open my mouth. How absolutely irritated I am with you right now. And because of this way in which we talk then, and then our voice goes up, and then we get a complete and utter child response from the other side because we go into a parenting, lecturing, teacher, I know better than you mode. You should, you shouldn't. The voice goes up, the whole body language is in such a way that the other person goes into defense. And then there comes with defense comes justification. Now, nobody can fight justification. You can justify anything under the sun. Okay, let me go and start a war in Ukraine. Yeah, I've got justification for that. I'm doing this from the other side. NATO's doing this from the other side. Oh, we've got justification for that. It doesn't matter what's going on or what's wrong. That's not important. The means in which they do that is not important to them. I've got justification. You've got justification. So the big wars and the small wars in our own houses and in daily life, they all get started by justification. And if you know something is wrong, but somebody only wants to look at their justification, I know that it's not a relationship I can live with if you're never home at night. What am I doing? I want to talk to you about it and then you justify it. Yes, but I have to work so hard. Yeah, but I'm still, in a relationship with you. We don't have a relationship. I haven't seen you for 2 weeks. Yes, but I have to work so hard. There's no acknowledgement of the other person. There's no, yeah, you're important to me too, and I wish I could have it differently. And I I hear I hear that our relationship is important to you, and I want to try and improve it. Can you be patient for the next month until I can do this and this and this? There's no justification. There's somebody working with you. You don't feel so frustrated. Somebody's hearing you. You don't feel so powerless, so defeated because somebody is hearing you. They don't have to agree with you. They don't have to always offer to fix something. They can just say, I understand why you're frustrated. I can see that. I would be frustrated too. And I'm really sorry that you feel like that. And tell me more about it. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge. So, all of these different forms of denial. Another very important one is that people can deny very big parts of their lives by what they put their attention on. So, we talk about you can go and watch a series the whole day because you are denying your life and your problems. You can deny that you have problems by focusing so much on other people's problems that you barely know that you exist. Never mind that it's your job to fix your own problems and get your nose out of other people's business and focus on yourself. There are many, many different ways of denial. But what I'm really talking about is that blank denial. Because if you are that person who is with somebody who is in blank, blank, blank denial, I have a problem. This and this and this is what happened. Or um, you said you would buy this at the shop and it's not here. No, you didn't tell me. It's on the shopping list. No, it's not on the shopping list. I'll show you. It's not on the shopping list. Let me show you. Oh, there it is. There's, by the time you get to that is so much frustration building up that you actually have a screaming match about nothing. And those fights about everything and nothing. And sometimes the issues you talk about are so big, but somebody can't talk about forgetting to buy something at the shop. Because if you can't do that, you can't talk about anything. So it's that, but it's such an immediate reaction. And you don't always have to be concerned about where it comes from, because you're not supposed to be everybody's counselor. What you have to be concerned about is to open the door of communication so that you can, in a quiet and a very calm moment, say, I have huge frustration because I never feel that you acknowledge any problem that I come with, because you immediately deny it in this or that way, because you will have an exact example by putting the blame on me, like you did yesterday when I asked about the dustbin, by not actually listening to me and walking out yesterday when I talked about the kids' summer camp. Those ways in which my voice is denied by this that happened here is a problem for me, and it causes great frustration in me. And I would love for us to be able to sit down and have a conversation, even if it's hard, because if we don't, we end up having ugly fights. And I don't want to have ugly fights. I just want to have a discussion with you. Do you think that next time maybe I can give you a password, or is there a time that's better for you? Because these things are so important for me, and you're so important for me, and our relationship is so important, and I don't want to have more of those ugly screaming fights, but also I don't want to feel disempowered. That's the gist of the message that we need to get over. That is it. We have to find the ways and the voice and the calmness and the readiness to have a communication before you can get through to another person. You cannot come with your huge frustrations because there's just denial. If you are living in that situation, you are angry, frustrated, your heart is really breaking because you don't feel important to this person and you don't feel that you can get through. And you most probably don't believe it can change, but I promise you it can change. It really can. But you have to start with you. You can't start with somebody else. You have to start with you. You have to neutralize the frustration and the anger inside you, and you have to start somewhere. Because you can sit and wait for somebody else to change. But get comfortable, because it's going to be a long wait. And if you're tired of waiting, start with you. You've got you. You can start changing something about yourself as of today. And I invite you to go and watch some more videos. Go and sign up for my YouTube channel. I want to invite you to look at my website. There's a lot of free stuff on there. And I am doing a lot of things to bring you to awareness so that you can become all powerful in your life. Okay, so let me see. I see some hearts. Thank you so much. I love the hearts. Everybody knows I love hearts, so give me some more, please. And let me go and see. There's a comment there. Oh, there's a few. Lovely. Hi, Aunt. Weird to have you on that side. Yeah, just refuse to acknowledge or discuss things. It, um, that one, that's definitely connected to this. But if anybody refuses it, it's because they don't know that they have a voice. Anybody who doesn't want to talk don't know that they have a voice. They have not been trained by the primary caregivers to have a voice, and they have decided to keep quiet for a reason. Sometimes because people were being abusive to them, and sometimes it was because of them taking responsibility for an adult, um, or being guilted into having wants and needs. All of these things will cause us not to have a voice. Having no self-esteem, no self, no love for self, um, not knowing that we're an adult with adult wants and needs, will all not help us being empowered enough to speak about our truth. Okay, so let me get back here. So any other questions, please post them. I want to just go back here. Where am I now? There. No, still the wrong place. I want to cough. No, put my glasses on. Because I'm at the very wrong place. There. Okay. So, and I want to sneeze. Everything at the same time. Coughing and sneezing. Let me get a tissue ready in case it all happens at the same time. Okay. So, tomorrow on Monday, I'm starting a limiting beliefs challenge. Let me see. I can share it. Yeah. So that's on from tomorrow. Got a few spots left. Got some very excited people already signed up. It's so life changing. If you on the Facebook page on my main, there's more than one place. There's a link. Um, if you follow that link, you can go and read more about what it's all about. You can go and read some of the remarks of people who've been in this and has taken part. Uh, we are basically a bundle of limiting beliefs, and we are walking around with these things, and we are vomiting it all over people as far as we go, and we are vomiting it onto ourselves too. We are in a war with ourselves because of our bundle of limiting beliefs, and it's so important that we start looking at them and examining them and changing that limiting beliefs into expanding beliefs so that we can reach all that we are supposed to reach. Extremely important work. I always start with a self-worth challenge and then move on to the limiting beliefs because they just work together so wonderfully well, but you don't have to do both. You can just do whatever you want. Really, really life-changing stuff. Because all you have to imagine is, who am I without these things that hold me back? We are, unfortunately, all of us have got things that hold us back. Even this that we are talking about today, about people who have to be innocent and who can't be owning up and participating and fixing things, comes from a limiting belief. The limiting belief that we have to be perfect. And so many of us are walking around with it. That I can't be wrong, that I can't have mistakes, that I'm the only one in this world who can't make a mistake. Yeah. So that and a whole lot of other things we're going to be covering in these limiting beliefs. And at the end, we're going to work with a really, really important deep one, the last day, which is something that so many of us have hidden inside us, and it's really important that we actually address it. It is not 11 days full time. It is one same time as today, 1 hour, between half an hour and 40 minutes online meeting, and you've got a few tasks and you've got a group to share in, and it's a life-changing experience. I promise you that. I'm so excited for everybody who's joining. If anybody else have got any inquiries, private message me or go sign up on my website. Or we are all there to help you and excited about this. And if you know about somebody who needs it, please share the link or just contact me. I'll forward you the details. Um, any more questions? Nothing there. Let me check. No, nothing else. Okay, so as usual, I want to thank you for everybody who's watching. Also, everybody who comes in afterwards. I know a lot of people are coming in afterwards and watching the rerun. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for all the shares and for all the comments and the questions and the messages and being there. Thank you and much love to you. And I hope I'll see you tomorrow in the Limiting Beliefs Challenge.